The benefits of Tony's coaching, I would say, are that he gets a real feel for what you're about what your motivations are, about what you want to achieve, why you want to achieve it. But in that really empathetic, conversational, friendly way that he's got, he'll challenge you to get real clarity on what your goals are and also the steps that you need to take to achieve them.
I met Tony about 10 years ago when I transferred to Hertfordshire Constabulary as a Chief Inspector, and Tony was one of the inspectors, worked at decorum, and then he and I worked quite closely together on quite a large project at the time, which was to do with implementing stop and search into Hertfordshire.
And it's all done in such a nice conversational way. It's so easy, and yet what it'll leave you with is crystal clarity about what you want to achieve, why you want to achieve it, and how to go about it. So it really takes those dreams and ambitions you've got and will help you to turn them into reality.
He's capable of working across a range of different sort of departments or individuals. And again, I'll use the example of the project that he and I worked on. Quite a complicated project, a lot of different departments with different timescales and if you like, different sort of understandings of what was required. And it was Tony's role to get in there, work with those individuals, understand what their needs were, but kind of bring a focus to the, if you like, the very tight timescales that we were working towards, and get people to kind of work more closely together to ultimately bring the project in on time, on budget.
I just learned so much from him. He gave so much advice, information, and of his knowledge. In that way that Tony has, he's just really open and really friendly.
All the challenges that presented, that was a big ask. So I think Tony was able to bring his skills for dealing with different people and understanding what their needs were together to work more closely as a group and understand what the mission was that we were trying to achieve.
I would describe Tony as, well, a great guy, to be honest. He's really open, really genuine, really authentic.
I think what was really useful was that because we brought the project in on time and within budget.
I met Tony actually one Thursday afternoon at a Starbucks just outside of London Colney.
At Tony's sort of inception, went back, and although we'd achieved what we set out to do, we went over it again to look at could we have done it better in the future. And I think that's another thing that Tony does. He's always looking to improve, even if he is successful in the outcome, he's looking for ways to improve in the future.
I'd recommend Tony because I think if you're serious about achieving things in life, if you're serious about the dreams that you've got, then Tony will really help you translate those dreams into reality. It will really take you through the probing, and it's persistent until you get absolutely clear on what it is you want to achieve and why, and the next steps to take. He'll keep going in a kind of very persistent kind of way, but in that really empathetic way of his until it's really clear to yourself and to him what you want to achieve and how you're going to do it.
I would describe Tony's coaching style as passionate, really. He genuinely cares, brings a lot of energy to it, and I think he's a people person and he's got time for people. So I think it's a mix, really, but it's something that I would say is it's based on a real genuine wish of his to help people develop while being sort of supportive and very energetic.
I overheard a conversation between two people and it became clear that they were both coaches, and I was interested and am interested in the coaching field, and I basically just overheard what they were saying, asked if I could join the conversation, and Tony just invited me in, and basically in the space of, I think it was 1 or 2 hours maybe, as it turned out, and lots of coffee, I just learned so much from him. He gave so much advice, information, and of his knowledge. In that way that Tony has, he's just really open and really friendly.
The benefits of Tony's coaching style, I would say, I would base on results. The piece of work that he and I worked together on was it was actually quite complicated. It cut across a lot of different departments in the organisation that required a lot of people to be brought together, and there was some difficult work to implement in the constabulary, and Tony kind of took all of that, working with different people and kind of helping them understand what was required and to be implemented, and kind of was able to bring everyone together as a group. So I think it made a difficult piece of work much smoother.
Genuine and authentic, I think, are the two words that I would really use to describe Tony. Great guy.
I suppose what differentiates Tony from other coaches that I've worked with, from my perspective, is just his energy. and his passion for this.